Okay, so here's the magnifying glass. Up in your options bar up here, there's the plus and the minus. You can, if you're on the minus, you can zoom out. If you're on the plus, you can zoom in. Okay. When you're zoomed in, only when you're zoomed in, if you hit the space bar, it turns into the hand. So this is another tool right here that we're using. Okay. So instead of clicking on it, the space bar, you click on the space bar and then it lets you move throughout your picture. I let go of the space bar and it turns into whatever tool I was on before. Okay. So that's just kind of a good thing when you're stamping. All right. So I'm going to go to the stamp tool. Now, one of the things that they didn't talk about in the video that we just watched was here is the hardness of your brush size and then your size. Okay, so you can change the size here to make it bigger. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the hardness and the softness of the brush. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here. Now, you can also change your size of your brush on your keyboard with your bracket keys. So I'm doing my left bracket, which makes it smaller, and then my right bracket, which is going to make it bigger. So if I want to, let's say I want to get rid of this person's head. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, right, like that. Then I'm going to slide over here, and I'm going to select this part of the picture by holding down the Alt Option key. Click once with my mouse, drag over, and I can tell already that I got a little bit of the guy's head because I didn't go further enough away. If I pull it up here, can you see the kind of the silhouette of that man's body? Okay, so I'm going to reselect. I might make my brush size a little smaller, and then I'm going to hold down the Alt, and I'm going to click right here. Now I'm going to line that up right with the edge of the mountain. Okay, so we're kind of like drawing on top of our photo, and I'm just clicking. Now it starts to disappear. Okay, so I'm going to hold the Alt again. I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to come this way, and I'm going to start to, you kind of want to, I think about it as like attacking what you're trying to get rid of, and you're attacking it from all different angles. So I wouldn't just go like this. I wouldn't just hold down on my Alt and just go like this and go right across. Okay, it might look okay at first. I'm undoing this, so I'm going Command Option Z, and I'm hitting it multiple times to undo that. If I wanted to, I could go in my history and undo those. So that's where I was, and I can just click up and undo that way. So again, you kind of want to attack it from all different ways. So if I was like, okay, I'm going to do this here. Now I'm going to come from this side, and I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to start. And it helps it look more natural. Okay. Now I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to sample this. I'm going to go Alt, and I'm going to put it up in the sky because I want you to see. So this is my hardness at 0. Now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it up to 100%. Okay. And I'm going to come over here. I did not change my size. I just changed the hardness of the brush. Okay. So when you go to the art store and you buy brushes, there are different kinds of brushes. And that's kind of what we're using. Okay. So this one is a harder brush and this one's a softer brush. Okay. This is very unrealistic and it's not going to help you take things out. That's why we always want it to be down at 0. Okay. So I'm just going to go take 2 steps back. All right, so those are gone. And then I'm going to now go back in, making sure just double check my hardness is at 0, holding down the Alt, starting to take this man away. You can't really hear the clicking that I'm doing, but I'm doing multiple clicks. I'm not just clicking once and dragging, okay? Because then it will start to repeat the pattern and you'll be able to tell once you learn how to like stamp things out, you'll be able to pick out patterns and be like, oh, they stamped something out right there. So right here and right here. And if I kept doing it, it would create another kind of like little hump and that would create a pattern and you would be able to tell. So I was just on my zoom tool. I'm going back to my stamp tool and I'm going to actually, I'd like to zoom out a little bit. So instead of clicking back over here, I can just do Command minus and that will zoom out as well. Okay. So now I'm, remember, attacking it from all different angles. Now see what happened? That kind of like lifted up a little bit right there. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to attack that from a different way. If I want to zoom in, I can make my brush size smaller by using my left bracket key. Hold down the Alt, sample, and then I can All right, now let's get rid of those feet. I'm going to go make my brush size a little bit bigger using the left bracket key. I'm sorry, the right. Left makes it smaller, right makes it bigger. Okay, so that was done very quickly. I probably would fix this a little bit, but I'm just going to go back in my history so you can see. There he is. And now he's gone.
Wow.